I would certainly not want to find myself governing this economy today and in this position.
This is a time of extraordinary global economic challenge and uncertainty.
The Harper government lays out its plan to weather the financial storm.
Is there a time where this government would see that the situation was so critical that going into deficit actually would be an option?
No. Our plan is always to maintain a balanced budget.
In a historic global downturn, it would be misguided to commit to a balanced budget in the short term at any cost.
We budget on conservative principles, fiscally conservative principles. Our plan is always to maintain a balanced budget.
On the other hand, you're saying you won't allow the country to go into deficit. Now, there was some interpretation of some remarks you made yesterday suggesting that maybe the door was slightly open.
I don't think that was
so that
remotely a fair
Okay, so that door is slammed shut.
No.
Canada's parliamentary budget officer today predicting a multi-billion-dollar deficit for the coming year.
Page is the parliamentary budget officer, the PBO, the man responsible for developing an independent analysis of financial policy and the state of the economy. Like many others, his outlook projects a deficit in the next fiscal year.
You're talking about something in the neighborhood of $14 billion.
The weak fiscal performance to date is largely attributable to previous policy decisions as opposed to weakened economic conditions, it said. In other words, the cupboard is bare because of the tax cuts the Conservatives have made.
The Prime Minister is the one who transformed a $13 billion surplus into a deficit.
Speaker, it is correct that the surplus is weaker than it was in the past.
Will the Prime Minister bring clarity in this House and allow Parliament to demonstrate its non-confidence in this government?
No.
In principle, from a letter written by Mr. Harper when he was leader of the opposition and dated September 9th, 2004. And I'm sorry you're not here to see. I don't think you can see it on a monitor there, but I'm going to put it up on the screen. And he wrote to the Governor General then, in a letter signed by Gilles Duceppe, Jack Layton, and Stephen Harper, to the Governor General of today, Adrian Clarkson. We respectfully point out that the opposition parties, who together constitute a majority in the House, have been in close consultation. And it goes on to say, we believe that, should a request for dissolution arise, this should give you cause.
I didn't hear any of this high and mighty language and moral indignation from the Prime Minister when he signed a document along with myself and Mr. Duceppe a few years ago and sent it to the Governor.
And allow Parliament to demonstrate its non-confidence in this government.
Predicting a multi-billion-dollar deficit.
I would certainly not want to find myself governing this economy today.
No.